today. Wasn't that rain amazing last night? Don't you just feel like it washed away the dust and the grime? And I so appreciated Lori's meditation today with the rain sound that just like brought it right back and seated it in there so I can remember it going forward into my day and my week. And I hope you all will too. Ooh, all right, well, what a great way to start. So I'm going to start today by asking Cheryl to come up and do the intention.
Yay, Cheryl.
Welcome back, Cheryl!
So, my intention today is live life to the fullest, because you never know when God's going to try to take you home. And he tried a couple weeks ago to take me, and I wasn't ready. so live your life to the fullest.
And so it is. Thank you, Cheryl. So I just want to welcome everybody to the Black Hills Spiritual Center for Peace. We thank each of you for joining us this morning for our Sunday celebration. If you would, please take a moment to silence your cell phones, since we'll be having speakers and music and all kinds of things, and we want that background noise, depending on your ringtone, sometimes can be a little bit interesting. So anyhow, but we do appreciate you, and we're glad that you're here today. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and count our blessings. Yeah.
Our candle.
So be thinking, every one of you has a blessing. It's just that sometimes we're feeling a little shy. We don't want to raise our hand. So don't be shy. Let's share, because you might inspire somebody else. I put a new candle in this morning. And it's going to be a second. There it is.
1, 2, 3.
Count your blessings, leave them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, leave them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done.
All right, don't be shy. Chris.
Rain.
Rainy.
Count your blessings, leave them one by one.
Don't be shy. Cheryl.
Well, I am so blessed for all of you guys. I could not believe how many of you reached out to me when I was in the hospital. Touched my heart. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Count your blessings, see what God has done.
Blessings.
My dad yesterday made some shelves for my keyboards, so they don't have to like live in the storage unit or on the ground. So that's great.
Who else? Norma.
I'm just blessed to be part of the Impromptus. My passion is singing and dancing, and I'm actually doing it for an audience. So I'm just blessed to be with the Impromptus.
Yeah.
We're blessed to have you. Okay, we're just getting warmed up. Kyle.
Blessed to have the bonus kid with us here today. Every time he comes around, it's great energy at the house between him and the boys. I mean, he really is a blessing and bonus for them.
Yes. Welcome.
Just being new and retired, biggest of time. Like there isn't that sense of urgency anymore that I have time.
You'll fill it up, trust me. Who else? Gretchen.
I just wanted to say that the smell of the pines in the Black Hills when after a rain and the sun hits it is so piney, so ethereal, that we have this beautiful Black Hills forest. It is a cathedral, it is a church.
I just am grateful for all the great people I'm surrounded by.
We're grateful for you.
Oh, I can't
Well, if everybody looked at the weather forecast for the next week, the next 6 days, I believe we're gonna be blessed with more rain. Yeah, so build an ark.
Yep.
Dark three.
Count many blessings, see what God has done.
Who else?
Well,
Who else? Well, I'm feeling blessed because I actually finally found time yesterday to go get my vegetable garden in the ground. And this morning, when I walked out, all those little vegetables were just perky and happy and loving the natural water. And I just felt my heart like really expand in that moment, for whatever reason. It just felt good.
Yeah, count many blessings, see what God has done.
Right, anybody else? Going, gone. All right, well, thank you all for sharing. You know, sometimes we feel a little bit shy, but one of our goals here at the Black Hills Spiritual Center for Peace is to provide that safe space for you. The Black Hills Spiritual Center for Peace is an inclusive, heart-centered community that embraces, inspires, and unites all ages, cultures, and spiritual beliefs by fostering fellowship, growth, and a unified commitment to peace, love, and harmony in a safe and sacred space. We hope that you'll find it filled with kindness, authenticity, and that you'll take advantage of all of the things that we offer for your own personal exploration, for transformation, and for empowerment. So there's so much to learn when you're in your journey of spiritual growth, which we all are on some level. We always have been. We just don't always recognize it as that in the moment. But Spirit is always flowing in, through, and around us. And sitting in that still little quiet space right in that heart center, speaking to you. And you know, I had a lesson this week in not listening to my intuition. And it was small. It wasn't a big thing or earth-shattering or anything, but I kept getting the nudge and I ignored it. And sure enough, that nudge happened. I have to laugh about it because it was a really small thing, but it was a moment for me to recognize, once again, that when I get that nudge or hear that little voice, it's there for a reason. So just listen to it, even if you're like, oh no, that won't happen, like whatever. Sometimes it's there and it knows before you know. And so I just wanted to share that because at the same time, it was a blessing to know that I have that intuition and it works. It's accurate. It's a little like GPS thing that is built in and we all have it. So listen to it. All right, Gretchen has offered to come up and do an inspired reading for us. Yay, Gretchen.
Good morning, Black Hills Spiritual Center.
good morning.
I looked around for some spiritual books for the center, and I found a few things at some different spots. I went to a thrift store, but this one I found in one of those little library boxes, and the wonderful man that collected this is a co-worker from Rapid City Schools. So thank you to him for valuing spiritual books. This is called End the Delusion of Time, Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. It seems almost impossible to disidentify from the mind. We are all immersed in it. How do you teach a fish to fly? Here is the key. End the delusion of time. Time and mind are inseparable. Remove time from mind and it stops, unless you choose to use it. To be identified with your mind is to be trapped in time, the compulsion to live almost exclusively through memory and anticipation. This creates an endless preoccupation with the past and future, and an unwillingness to honor and acknowledge the present moment and allow it to be. The compulsion arises because the past gives you an identity and the future holds the promise of salvation, of fulfillment in whatever form. Both are illusions. But without a sense of time, how would we function in this world? There would be no goals to strive toward anymore. I wouldn't even know who I am because my past makes me who I am today. I think time is something very precious and we need to learn to use it wisely rather than waste it. Time isn't precious at all because it is an illusion. What you perceive as precious is not time, but the one point that is out of time, the now. That is precious indeed. The more you are focused on time, past and future, the more you miss the now, the most precious thing there is. Why is it the most precious thing? Firstly, because it is the only thing. It's all there is. The eternal present is space within which your whole life unfolds. The one factor that remains constant. Life is now. There is never a time when your life was not now, nor will there ever be. Secondly, now is the only point that you can take that can take you beyond the limited confines of the mind. It is your only point of access into the timeless and formless realm of being. Now, that's a lot of words, but I would say that is something that Black Hills Spiritual Center embodies in our reverends and in our loving community. And often, if that sounds hard, I find myself during the day in glimpses of the now. I feel it. I wasn't even aware of it. I'm in it, and then I notice it. And it is a tangible thing, but as soon as you notice it, sometimes it disappears. But I'm not saying that we don't know this, but I'm saying that being more aware of it and bringing more of it into your life is healing. Thanks for listening. We need to do a quick battery change. Let the master.
All right, and it's time for a song. Feel free to clap, stand up, wave your arms, move your body. Music is energy. Let's do it. So this is Brandon's dad, and this is his first time coming up to our podium. So let's give him a big welcome. And sit down, please.
Thank you.
How much did you pay him?
All right. Well, good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to share a few kind of random thoughts that I have today. As was mentioned, I am Brandon's dad, and as you can tell, he got his good looks and his hair from his mother. Very close to from me, so thank you for that. So this morning, as I was kind of, Brandon asked me and talked to me about, speaking, and like, all right, what do I want to talk about? And the common thought is you talk about things that you know. Well, I'm a soon-to-be 40-year insurance guy, and I thought, well, that's not really appropriate to talk about insurance for 20 minutes or so. So I start with an organization, and I came to the title, the Black Hills Spiritual Center for Peace. And peace. And it's like, what is this concept of peace? What does that mean? And so, as any good computer guy, I Googled it. All right, what is peace? And so I'm going to read this to you because this was the definition of peace from AI, because I could never come up with this. Inner peace of mind is a sustainable state of psychological and emotional calm, acceptance and contentment that remains stable despite external stressors. It involves managing life's challenges with a tranquil mind, fostering self-trust, and reducing the desire to control outcomes, ultimately leading to improved mental stability. I thought, well, that's pretty good, but man, it does not sound like Terry Sterling. That is not me. So, in layman's terms, what does it mean? What is peace to Terry Sterling? And so, the best example I can kind of put is, you've all seen a snow globe, right? And when it sits there on the shelf, it's nice and calm, and the snow is on the bottom. And that to me is peace of mind. It's calm, and there's no snow in the air. And then life happens, and you shake it. And all of a sudden, your peace of mind is like all those little snowflakes. It's just floating around all over the place. And it's like, okay, to me, that is peace of mind. And so my goal this morning is to talk a little bit. I've got like half a dozen different things, different ideas, different thoughts, to maybe help us get to a place that we can have peace of mind. About, I don't know, it was a month ago, 6 weeks ago, Brenda and I came and there was a meditation session here. And so for me, meditation is difficult. My brain just doesn't want to stop. So peace of mind at times for me is hard. And so as we're going on the journey, and it's a beautiful guided tour through this meditation. We're going through the mountains and we get to the ocean, and it's like, imagine yourself at the ocean, and I'm imagining myself at the ocean, and all of a sudden, sharks! Oh my gosh, there's sharks at the ocean. I can't. And so, to me, again, peace of mind is sharks. All right, we have our peace of mind, and all of a sudden, there's sharks in our thoughts and in our world. So, by the end, maybe some ideas how to ward off the sharks. All right, so first thought. All right, in our world, we equate happiness, we equate peace of mind with busyness. So my thought to you is just stop. Just stop for a minute. We have this attitude that we need to earn some downtime. Anybody in here kind of have that? All right. I want to tell you a little parable. So there's two people, and they're going to have a wood chopping contest. And so the one guy's like, I'm going to win this. I'm going to win this. I know I can. I'm not taking any breaks. I'm not taking a lunch break. I'm just going to work through all day. And I'm going to win this contest. The other guys, so they get out there and they're both chopping, and they start. And all of a sudden, the guy that said, I'm going to chop all day, looks over, and the other guy's stopping, having a cup of coffee. Oh, I've got this one in the bag. They chop, 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 they get to lunch. He looks over, that guy's chopping wood again. This guy stopped and he has some kind of sandwich. Chop, 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 they get to the end of the day and they look at the piles of wood, and the guy who had stopped and took the break, his pile of wood is actually bigger. And the guy that didn't take any breaks, he was stunned. He's like, well, wait a minute, I worked all day, and you took breaks, you stopped. How does that work? Why does that happen? And the guy's, well, every time I stopped, I would sharpen my axe. And so when I was working, I was well rested, and my axe was actually more efficient. I didn't have to work as hard at it. I worked smart. I didn't work hard. And so as we go through our lives, all right, we need to stop once in a while and sharpen our axe. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't do anything, all right? I mean, that'd be great. I don't know how Brenda would feel about that if I just sat in my chair all day and I didn't do anything, and I just used the excuse of sharpening my axe, honey. I don't know what that axe would get used for. But what I'm saying is that we all have things to do, all right? We all have, but we need to be purposeful about this idea of taking some time and sharpening our axe in the world. And when we do that, you don't feel that exhaustion, you don't feel that tiredness, all right? You rejuvenate and you sharpen your axe. All right. Number 2. So we live in a world that really, again, equates happiness with things, all right? It's things where we figure the more we have, all right, the happier I'm going to be. And we never really, I think, are satisfied or maybe grateful for those things that we have. We equate happiness with material items. We spend an inordinate amount of time. It's like, you know what, if I put in that extra shift at work, then I can maybe get that new car. Or I would like to have these new pair of sneakers. And so we focus on things. All right, my priority now has become, I'm gonna focus on getting that new whatever it is. And so we begin at some point in time, the values change, all right? And our focus goes away from the people around us, our loved ones, our relationships, and pretty soon that relationship that you have with a loved one takes second place to that relationship you have with striving for material items. And so my message this morning in that is, it's okay to work hard, it's okay to want things, but make sure that's not your focus. Make sure the focus is about the relationships that you have with folks. I want you to think for a moment about one of your favorite memories. A favorite memory that you have. Just think about it for a minute. And with that memory, does it involve a thing? Or does it involve a person? Does it involve a relationship with a human being? Or does it involve a relationship with that new Corvette that you'd really like to have? My guess is that at the end of the day, it's probably about the relationship with the person. At the end of our lives, how many of us think, golly, I wish I had bought more things on Amazon? As opposed to, you know what, my days are numbered, I really wish that I had fostered that relationship with whoever that is, that person. And I'm betting about 99.9% of the time, if you ask somebody that's on their deathbed, very rarely will they say, man, my biggest regret in this life is I didn't buy that new car, I didn't buy that bigger house. I didn't reach out to this person, I didn't show more love to people around me. So when you think about that memory, who is it that you're thinking about? So as I was writing this, and I thought, all right, well, it would only be fair if I thought about what's one of my favorite memories. And actually one of my favorite memories, and I can see it to this day. So the boys one year for Christmas wanted an Xbox. Anybody ever had an Xbox? We got any Xbox fans here? And so they were pretty little. And so Brenda and I came up with a scavenger hunt. where they had to go around the house and they got the clues and then they, we had it hidden. So they went throughout the house and they got to the last clue and they decided, and they found that it was like, it's under mom and dad's bed. And to this day, I can see both of those boys on both sides of that bed, dive under the bed, and all you can see is their little feet. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It was just pure joy coming from the two of them. And so as you think about your priorities in life, relationships versus things. All right, change your outlook, change your perspective. Is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? Try to make it a point to be more optimistic. There's that old Saturday Night Live skit, Debbie Downer. Wah, wah, wah. You ever seen that one? All right. How many people do you know that are actually like that? All right. Yeah, it's a beautiful sunshiny day out there. Yeah, but I'm gonna get sunburned. We know people like that, right? We all have met people like that. And so, try to make a point to be optimistic. Try to wake up and see the happy part of things. So, all right, so a little audience participation here. All right, I want you to close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. All right, and now kind of tilt your head and look down. Okay, everybody looking down, your eyes closed. Okay, now open your eyes. Don't look up, just look down. Open your eyes, what do you see? The floor. All right, we're looking at the floor. All right, open up, put your head up. Okay, now close your eyes. All right, get your eyes closed. All right, now open your eyes. What do you see? Me, my smiling face, this beautiful front. All right, now you're sitting in the same exact spot. One time, you wake up, you look at the floor. The other time, you wake up and you're looking up here. You're looking at something other than the floor. It's really no different. When you wake up in the morning, do you wake up and you're kind of grouchy and cranky? You wake up looking at the floor? Or do you wake up and you look out the window and it's like, hey, I'm still kicking, it's a beautiful day. Right? You have that choice. You make that choice in the morning when you wake up. Am I gonna look at the floor or am I gonna look out the window? And so, it's the idea of changing from positive to optimistic. All right, are there any football fans in here today? Anybody a football fan? All right, perfect. Ever heard of Brett Favre, Peyton Manning? All right, even if you're not a football fan, you've heard of those two guys, right?
Even if they're on the wrong teams.
Yeah, I would agree, yeah. Kind of a Vikings fan, but Brett played for us for a couple years, but anyway, so what do you know about Brett Favre and Peyton Manning? All right, they are two of the most prolific passers in the league. They are number 1 and number 2 for touchdowns and yards, and they are the epitome of an NFL quarterback. All right, but what you don't know about Brett Favre and Peyton Manning, they also hold the records for the most interceptions. Peyton Manning holds the rookie record for the most interceptions. Brett Favre holds the record for the most interceptions by an NFL quarterback. Well, why don't we hear about that? All right, but no, we don't talk about the negative part of those two gentlemen. We talk about the positive, the good that they did. So, if we can talk about a couple strangers, a couple football players, why can't we do that for ourselves? All right, why can't we focus on the positive of what we do and who we are? All right, number 4. Be comfortable in your own skin. All right? Who we are all a gift from God. All right? There's that old adage, God doesn't make junk. All right? Be comfortable with who you are. All right? Now, does that mean that we maybe shouldn't strive to be better people? Absolutely. Does it mean that I could probably drop a few pounds? That'd be probably a good thing, make me healthier. Maybe I want to take a class. Maybe I think that I want to be a little smarter than I am. But again, it's a perspective. I want to do this because I want to better myself. I'm still a good guy, all right? But I'm doing it to become a better man, as opposed to, man, I'm just a horrible individual and I need to do this stuff to improve myself. Again, it's perspective, it's the lens through which we look. All right. Number 5, forgiveness. This is a big one. When you talk about peace of mind and you talk about not having this weight hanging on your mind, this is a huge one. Because if we allow that hatred to stay inside of us, it becomes like a cancer and it just slowly consumes our entire being. All right? There's this I think misconception that forgiveness is for the other person. Forgiveness is, I forgive you. But forgiveness has nothing to do with the other person. Forgiveness is for yourself. It's, I'm releasing, all right? Somebody this morning was talking about releasing this energy, releasing this hatred, this negative part of you. We're not saying, all right, what you did to me was okay. All right, we're not saying that at all. We forgive another for us. It's not okay that you hurt us. That's not okay, but I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm not gonna let what you did to me consume me. So let that go. Give that forgiveness. I worked for a guy for a long time that I hated this man. I've worked for some really good people in this world. He was not one of them. And for the longest time, it was just, I kind of joked today that if he was walking across the parking lot, I'd run him over, but that's not true. But for many years, it was. But I've learned, and actually in hindsight, I've kind of learned that his treatment of me was truly a blessing because it was one of the things that when we left Arizona, it was kind of a catalyst that got us back here to South Dakota. And so, but until I let that go, it just sort of kind of chewed on me. Desmond Tutu, and I found this quote as far as forgiveness, and I really liked it. He was an anti-apartheid human rights activist, if you're familiar with Desmond Tutu, very well-known gentleman. And he said, "There's nothing that cannot be forgiven. There is no one undeserving of or beyond forgiveness. And forgiveness is nothing less than the way we heal the world." Pretty smart guy, pretty good words to live by. All right. Number 6, last one. Come down the home stretch here, I promise. All right, number 6, enjoy life. All right, enjoy life. Life is good. Yeah, we'll throw us some curveballs now and then, but all in all, life is good. Life is worth waking up in the morning and looking out the window as opposed to being on the floor. Any fans of the movie Braveheart here? Any fans? All right. I think my family has maybe heard me use this example before, but I think it's very true. So those that don't know, the movie Braveheart is about William Wallace. He was a Scottish rebel who fights for Scottish independence from England. Great movie. If you've never seen it, I would recommend it. But anyway, there's a quote in there that every man dies, but not every man really lives. Think about that. Every man dies, but not every man really lives. And do you find yourself in that mindset of just get through the day? I don't take time to kind of enjoy the things that are around me. I don't take time to just, all right, I've got this, I've got that, and I'm happy. All right? Life is a gift. We should enjoy it. This lady talked about being in the hospital and being faced potentially with her mortality. All right? I'm guessing that's a whole new perspective for you going forward of you know what? None of us get out of this alive. None of us. Unless you've got something else figured out, let me know. But as far as I know, we're here for a very finite time. And when that time is out, You know, when that hourglass runs out of sand, we're done. We're done. And so, practice that smile. Get up in the morning and just smile. Force yourself to smile. All right? Force yourself to have a little bit of that joy. Pretty soon, that kind of becomes habit. You know, it becomes a practice. And pretty soon you're like, you just smile because you're happy. You're not smiling because you're forcing it. You just let go and you enjoy. Find joy every day in something that you do. How many of you have a bucket list? Familiar with what a bucket list is? Okay. Yeah. Kind of funny, the older people have a bucket list. All right. Again, I think that's part of our mortality of, wow, all right, I got to get some things accomplished in my life. All right. So a bucket list, for those of you again that don't know, is you literally make a list of things that you want to do in your life. Maybe that's go to Europe. Maybe that's learn how to play the piano. I'm going to climb a 14,000-foot mountain. Whatever. You make this list of things that you want to do, and then as you do them, cross it off. All right? So those of you that have a bucket list, how many items have you crossed off? All right? Several, hopefully. Again, to you I say, make a bucket list and start checking them off. Checking them off. All right? A perfect example, and I didn't ask for permission to share this, but Brenda, I hope you're okay. So some years back, Brenda always wanted to take a dance class. She always wanted to learn ballet. And so, yeah, she was a gymnast, but she was never a dancer. And so one of her things on her bucket list was to learn how to dance. And so, God bless her, she decided that I'm going to take an adult ballet class. And she did it. She took this class, actually had a couple of recitals. It was really cool that she took, she had the courage to do something that was maybe a little bit outside of her comfort zone, but checked it off. She could do her bucket list. So, the first item on her bucket list was to marry a prince. And this summer we'll celebrate 40 years of having married a prince. That was her first bucket list. But again, create that list and start checking things off. Every man dies, but not every man really lives. Think of that today as you approach this world. Enjoy life. It's good. You youngsters in here, life is good. I know it gets a little hectic times. I know at times it can be a little stressful. But oh well, it's good. So, my challenge to you is to start making those small changes in your life. And I know everything I went through just now is hard. I'm not saying you're going to wake up tomorrow and boom, you're going to have peace of mind. Boom, you're going to see life no longer through rose-colored glasses. You're going to be happy. It's a work in progress. Much like the rest of our body, our brain needs training. So, start to make these small changes. Wake up, look out the window, out the wall, and then smile. Even if you're not feeling it, it's like force yourself to smile. There's something about that lights up the brain. Smile. Think about one thing that you're thankful for before you even get out of bed. You're going to look out the window, you're going to smile, you think, I'm thankful for. Most mornings I'm like, I'm thankful I woke up. Right? So that's a good thing. And then take time throughout the day to sharpen your axe. Be purposeful about that. Take some time for yourself. I'm thinking like today I might take 5 or 6 hours just to myself, but not a Brenda might have different ideas. And then forgive someone and release that hurt and finally start working on that bucket list. Peace of mind will follow. And with that, I thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. And have an awesome day. Thank you.
Boy, if Terry was a band, I'd be like, encore, encore, bring us another song. Let's hear more. Thank you so much. And I will just say that the movie Bucket List is another really good one to watch. It's very funny, it's inspiring, and we haven't watched that for a long time. Jim
No,
said-
that's because we were busy watching Braveheart.
Because we've been. Yeah.
Much better.
Not
We've
much.
only seen it once or twice in our house, so, very inspiring, so thank you so much. All right, oh, I get my notes here. You would think I know this off the top of my head, and I kind of do by now, but I like to stick to the program, so, are we ready for another song?
Let's keep moving.
Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly do announcements. We don't have a lot of them. It's summertime, things are kind of winding down a little bit. People are taking vacations and doing their bucket list travels and all those kind of great things. So every week we have our Freedom Path. That's on Fridays at 5:30 with Chris Benter. And everybody is invited. That is our 12-step program. If you know somebody who could benefit from that, please invite them. And then, let's see, we have this Friday, tonight is the women's full moon, Gathering the Women Full Moon Circle, and it is the blue moon this month. There was actually 2 this month, so this is the second one. May is a long month, 5 Sundays, 2 blue moons, like May was a big month, so lots of energy going on. So if you feel inclined to come and join in the circle, wear a shawl, or bring one at least, kind of wrap up in it, and then they always have very good things going on. So women are invited to that. And then on June 13th, we will have a booth at the Pride Festival, and we could use some help. We can always use some help, so if anybody's interested in coming and spending an hour, 2 hours, whatever, we'll just have some cards to hand out, it'll be fun. And so talk to Lori if you are interested in helping out with that. We need setup, tear down, and time in between. It's from 10 to 4. And then from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock on June 13th, we are hosting Sarah Krieger. And she is a medium. She does past life regression sessions, and she's going to be doing a group session for 2 hours. The information is on our Facebook page. It's an event that's been posted. She's a very inspiring and interesting woman, and I would encourage you, if you have interest in learning a little bit more about past life regression, to come in and join in that experience. And what else? Oh, next Sunday, not Monday, is potluck. So it'll be our first Sunday potluck, so plan to come and enjoy that. And the other thing I'll mention is that we are working on a fundraiser. This is a big event. I was gonna say the 29th, August 29th, so 3 months from now, basically. It will be here. We're gonna have tables, and Lori's working on the vendors. We're gonna have music and all kinds of different things going on a little mini stage. We're gonna have a silent auction, a dessert auction, and whatever else we can put in the mix to really try to raise some money to support our kids program and our music program, because we still need some more stuff. And it's not about commercialism, it's about improving your experience. Like the YouTube that's running on my phone right now could be greatly enhanced by some different types of cameras and sound. So anyhow, we've got that going on, and we would love for all of you to participate in whatever way you feel called to do so. We need lots of hands on deck to make this event happen. And then what else? I think that's it for the most part. So anyhow, thank you. And next,
Yeah, we'll do some music.
let's do a music, and then we'll do our offering, and we'll let you know for your day.
Do we want to do love offering while we do music?
Sure. Let's do love offering. Well, we're very impromptu today. So love offering, yes. So this is our joyful time of giving. And the way we do it is we have a bowl up here. The blue bowl is for you to place your offering. And the gold bowl is for you to take our gift, which is an affirmation. And we just appreciate everybody for your time, your talent, your treasures. Everything that you bring helps us present or to maintain this space, to keep the lights on, to support our kids program, to do all the things that we do. And so our weekly love offering is our main way of bringing financial support to the center. We do extracurricular things like classes and what have you, but our Sunday joyful time of giving is our main way to do that. And because of you, we make a difference in the community through prayer, celebrations, community service, enrichment classes. And it is just with great gratitude that we thank each and every one of you for all of your continued support in whatever way you can give. And with that, we will have music. To it. All right, so let's see. Oh, here's my notes. Okay, sorry. Do we have any kids today? No, we did not have any kids. All right. Well, then with that, I'm going to close and just say, we just really want to thank you for being with us this morning. It takes many hands behind the scenes to make these Sunday celebrations happen. And if you feel called to step into sacred service, then please just let us know. Reach out to myself, to Brandon, to Lori, to Jim, to Yana, like Marco, Carla, like there's lots of people here who know how to plug you in the place that is perfect just for you. Cheryl, she knows too. She's been with us a long time. And so, you know, sometimes people just want to do the intention. Or maybe they just want to do an inspired reading once in a while. It doesn't have to be a full-time job, and that's why many hands make it all happen. Because honestly, you do not want to hear me all the time. We need some other voices in here. So if you feel called, please just let us know. There are plenty of things that need to be done. And this morning, I do want to thank everybody who participated in bringing this celebration to life. So we have the impromptu. I love it when Erwin joins us because this young man is very, very busy. His mom runs him all over the place. So when he gets to come in, it's really special. And we have Lori who did our meditation this morning. It was beautiful.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori. And we have Terry, our amazing speaker today. Thank you, Terry. And you are welcome back anytime because we always need speakers. So please don't be shy. And our greeters, we had Carla and Jim and people at the door and those who stay after to help empty trash. I want to thank you and water plants because we have a lot of plants and that's almost a full-time job. Anyhow, just want to thank everybody. I am grateful. I'm grateful for the space, this building that we get to call home, and for all of you. So before we close, I would just like to have everybody just settle into their seat and take a couple of nice, deep, collected breaths. And I'm just calling in the spirit that flows in, through, and around each and every one of us. I know that this divine presence oversees and directs our lives in such a beautiful way. And this is the thing that brings us peace. When we tap into this divine spirit and trust through intuition or whatever way the message comes the most clearly to you, that you feel it and you trust it. And you know that Spirit is always with you and always has your back. Will always guide you in the most beautiful way. And any time that you feel stress or distress and you need answers, go within. That is where the answer is. It is not outside of you. It is always inside. And it is just waiting for you to tap in and say, yes, I'm ready to listen. And we breathe that in and we know this truth. I know the truth for you, and I hope that you know it for yourself. That this divine presence is always with you now and forever, from the moment you took your first breath until you take your last. And I am grateful for knowing this. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And I just want to wish you all a blessed day. I release this and let it go, knowing that it is so. And together we say,
And so it is. We're pretty grateful for you.
everybody.